on the other side. A little bit more, oh, should I say it's Demon Kite's Julian, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, Demon Kite's Julian.
Yeah, Demon Kite's Julian, which
Yeah,
is,
you mix it up because they play for the same team.
Right, they did play for the same team, but now they're going to be separated. And Demon Kite, a familiar jungler leaning towards the side of Arora. Meanwhile, we don't usually see Benedetta very much in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, it's been tested for, before. Like, we know Benedetta jungle works. In the current meta, not so much because we haven't really had a lot of sample sizes for it. But now, at least RSG is willing to test it out against Arora. And one thing is for certain, RSG is playing on comfort right now. Nuts is on a Terizla, and they got the best hero for Light. This is one of the winningest heroes on RSG. It's the Edith.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been so aggressive whenever Light tends to use that Edith, especially knowing the timing on whether or not to get out of that Phylax, to get out of that armor, is something that, you know, hasn't really been given a lot of thought here by the other teams. But it is also going to be important for them to continue to initiate because they have two means for that. It's Nuts with the use of the penalty zone and also Light with the onward and the Earth Shatter combo. That is going to be the essence that RSG can use to go up against Arora, who, as far as I can remember, would also have Edward's final slash and then Renegade with the extra knockoff.
Oh, Arora though!
Gonna happen here.
Ooh, the gold lane camp already 1 minute 40 seconds in. Renegade with the flicker, and this is economically damaging. RSG Kusei forced to use the flicker out, and he has to surrender this lane to Doming.
Midnight, they're not wasting any sort of time here. They're just making sure that they would put pressure on the gold lane, and not only that, that is energy shields, just like what you mentioned.
Demon Kite,
they're going to have to bounce back with this turtle.
Yeah, Demon Kite is in the area here. Spear of Destruction, the Moscow wants to join, and Light gets jumped on, but Irad gets the retribution with the mechanics in, but Aurora is going for the kills. Irad on the backside, getting eaten by the worm.
Ow. That has to hurt if you're Irad. That hurts even more if you're Light, because that is going to be the first blood going on to the side of Arora, getting at least 1,000 in terms of gold lead. Kusei is going to be staying here, but Renegade, the speed of that Jawhead is something that they're going to have to take note of, because again, RSG, they will try to force their team fights, but not if Arora goes first with theirs.
Yeah. The thing is, RSG, they committed for the turtle fight, but Arora committed for the engages right there. Fortunately for RSG, they only lost Light, even though it is damaging. As long as they have the XP advantage, they're going to be fine with that. But Arora, they have the gold lead. It is not that much, however, but remember, this is a Moscow composition. They're set up to fight with the 4 heroes on their side. The Zas, the Julian, the Arlott, and the Jawhead. Dominic can just split push for Dacier versus RSG.
Yeah, just look at that, right? First 3 minutes, not even more, a little more than 3 minutes, Doming has already secured the corrosion site. That is a major item to have. 600 gold behind is Kusei from the side of RSG, and that is the benefit of having those energy shields consumed entirely full in just the first 3 minutes of gameplay, giving Doming the confidence, giving Arora the absolute swag of getting the first turret.
The confidence. Kusei jumps in, he didn't even dash out. Doming really just wanted to take out the tower here for Arora. But then again, RSG. We've seen RSG in the same situation time and time again. 9k gold behind, 10k gold behind, even at some point 14k gold behind. But they manage, they always manage to find a way to come back. And that is a challenge for Arora. Now that you have a lead, make sure that you don't lose it against RSG.
But sometimes you also want to start strong, right? It's better at some point to just try and figure something out in the early portions of the game just for you to get a breather. But if that is their style, they're going to rock with it. They're going to do it right now.
Oh, the slash from Edward! Is it the final slash? No, Renegade falls down first. Light goes down second. But a Spear of Destruction will miss. But Edward is already on the fray. Irad has been shut down by the Arlott, and Edward goes for more nuts. Has to get out. It's an Arlott show. It's an Edward show. And Arora will take the second turtle.
Yo, Edward slashing his way to get that turtle for the side of Arora, which is a really good looking sign. Establishing an addition of that 1.3k gold lead. Make that 2.4 now for the Auroras, if I should say, because now it is RSG kind of like putting themselves in the corner here.
And they're not done yet. Aurora, they want to punish for, they want to go for more. They have the objectives, they have the flicker from Renegade.
What?
And the dash with Demon Kite.
What?
Taking down Kusei, there's Roger. has nowhere to go, Hans.
Yo, adding insult to injury there was the side of Arora because not only did they take kills from Kusei specifically,
Irad.
but they also managed to get a major objective, which is one of those turrets. They have burned down to the ground. 2 turrets, 1 from each side, and that is going to be starting a problem for RSG.
And I like the fact that Doming didn't really try and join that team fight. They were like, hey, you got this. I go tower.
I'll do my thing.
We objectives, we win. That's the way you don't lose your lead against RSG. But man, Edward has been really phenomenal on these final slashes. You call Arora, you take the hashtag lights up. But against RSG, it's hashtag lights out.
They're currently, lights out because light is out twice in this matchup. He's already suffered 2 deaths, and he has gotten a kill.
Oh, Irad.
But as of this moment, it's Irad and Demon Kite just fighting. These are the prodigal sons meeting each other now.
Yeah.
He's like trying to complain with each other, but as of this moment, it's Demon Kite getting the better of that matchup. But so far, it's Renegade that has been a little too aggressive on that one, but they will, allow that, given that Arora is leading by 3K.
I'll allow it, says the other 4 members of Arora. We'll allow it, don't worry. But that was a weird play. Renegade's not supposed to be there, but now Light to conceal in the middle lane. Not gonna be able to find them much because Edward again is in the is in front of RSG's way of trying to go for the bounce back here. Is really shutting down Light. Basically guarding the tunnel here of RSG.
I mean, you have to give it to you as well. Beautiful positioning. We haven't really seen him involved in such dangerous situations. Just trying to dish out damage, poke the bear, and then the rest of RSG is going to happen.
All right, turtle reset not goes in with the flicker penalty zone. And Light gets jumped on by Renegade, just making sure that there's no jump from the Edith. And like the final blow being used by the Benedetta, but they go in the middle of the team fight. And they shut them out. And Downing on the backside of things. All right, Edward's not going to be able to reach. Could say here the Rogers really low. But Light goes in, but Yue shuts down the Edith. The damage, the magic damage from the Zask is incredible from Arora, and Irad is forced to go back.
Man, whether it's a team fight or whether it's individual play, Arora is kind of checking RSG Philippines here because they're managing to get not only major objectives, especially those skills that were necessary for them to continue into this fight.
Yeah, look at this. It's very small, it's a tiny detail, but that unstoppable force from Renegade dodged the stun from the Benedetta, and it did not allow Light to move in that team fight. And RSG, even though Benedetta used the electric final blow onto the members on the backside of Arora, it didn't really matter because Kusei was on the backside of RSG. He couldn't even go in front because Doming was just, throwing his spears at him.
Yeah, I mean, Light would have spears. I don't even know. It was just little damage. But when he arrives, when he lands on his spot, that starts to become a problem now for the side of RSG Philippines. And not only that, Light, if he managed to hit that Earth Shatter, he would have escaped easily. But that wasn't the case, which led to a beautiful skill here from Renegade using the Unstoppable.
That team fight would have looked very different if most players didn't do the job from Arora. But now Edward is looking to do his. Finding Irad with the final slash. No punish, however, but Renegade is looking at the middle lane. He smells blood. He knows there's a play here. He is the showman. He is the hitman. And there is a target on the back of RSG in this mid lane.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. They're going to try to, pull the brakes on it, just making sure that they can take care of the lead. This is a 6.6k gold lead that they are trying to preserve. And they're going to add to that by taking a mid lane turret and a purple pump from Irad, from the side of RSG Philippines. Arora just, letting themselves get in, forcing their entry towards the territory of RSG. And that has been, translating into the goal department, especially with what you see with the rest of the items here. It's already a Windtalker and also an endless battle that's secured here by Irad, but that's only 2 items compared to what Moscow, compared to what Doming already has.
Yeah, 2.8k gold ahead.
Man.
Is the Moscow compared to this Roger. And Demon Kite, almost 2k ahead of Irad, 1 level ahead too. More retribution damage on this lord, but most importantly, Arora. They have the advantage when it comes to dealing damage and also the jumps from Renegade, who doesn't have the flicker ejector combo for this time.
Man, RSG, if you are the Raiders, you're going to have to find a way to get back in this game. hopefully with Light, and hopefully with a setup coming from Aqua. But you are trailing at least 7,000 gold behind. That's at least 1 or 2 items that you're going to have to catch up on. So the ideal scenario for you is to be able to catch Doming. But the problem is he already has that orange buff.
That's a
and
Moskov.
that is a ton of damage that is going to be arriving from that Moskov. And they're already having a hard time.
He's not even...
Yue zoning them out.
Yeah, it's not... Doming's not even showing himself. Like, there's no point. Bottom lane is shoved. He has no business being on the bottom side. He just has to stand behind, both Demon Kite and Renegade. Now he clears top side, but RSG, they cannot look for any punish because they don't have that same exact tools that Arora has, specifically with the Joy and the Art of it. Now Light flickers in, but Irad cannot get their Lord.
Oh my
goodness! By Edward once again, and Domin gets the stun onto both Nats and Light. The damage out, but it's not going to be enough. 3 heroes fall from the side of RSG. Make that 4 as Edward finishes the job. Arora gets the Lord on the back of Demon Kite's Retribution.
That was one mean combination from the side of Arora. Just take a look at this, right? After they were able to secure that Lord, they took care of Demon Kite, and then a stun from both Yue, and the spear landed onto Moskov, courtesy of Doming. Finished the job that landed 3 heroes from the side of RSG to go back into their respective base. And now from 7K, they've added 2.6 to the pot, and this is starting to become an enormous mountain that RSG needs to climb. But as you said, they've managed to catch up from a lot of things before, but will they be able to do it now? But that is not going to be the case. The Lord is being taken care of. Moskov, we're still waiting for Doming here, but it seems like they will take care of business. RSG will tend to hold their ground, and they will absolutely do just that.
Okay, RSG, they've done this yesterday. 10K gold behind. It's not a problem for them, but Arora, they have all the time in the world to wait for the next Lord, wait for the flickers, like the final blow being used by Irat here, and Doming finishes the tower on the bottom side of the map. Now 10K gold lead for Arora. And again, they can just clear up the entire map of RSG and just wait for the next Lord.
Man, Aurora's playing so clean in this matchup. Like, most of, the deaths have only been from Renegade, and Renegade, as of this moment, is a disposable hero compared to the other ones who have already established the damage outputs that they've had. I mean, you're talking about Yue here, already having the Divine Glaive and, the Glowing Wand as well. It's starting to, pay dividends in this matchup because RSG, they don't really have a lot of people already having 10K gold lead, but Moskov, Julian, Demon Kite, and Doming already almost at their entirely full build, and that is something that Light Nats has to endure being the front lines.
And it's not because Doming kept looking for team fights. For goodness sake, he has 10 assists. He has 10 assists, no kills to his name.
He's not even playing bad.
It's not playing bad because he's playing the objectives for Arora here. This is the reason why resources is everything. If you are able to take the lead in the early game and not, release or hold on to it, you're gonna be able to find more resources on the other side while also taking farm away from RSG's heroes. That's why they're so, they're so far ahead in this game. Now the Malefic Roar comes up for Doming, more damage output for this Moskov.
Yeah, now assuming that it's going to be Arora taking this Lord, unless RSG does something, to it, courtesy of Irad, they're going to have to find a way courtesy of Aqua, because that ultimate will really be essential for them to find and get to it. But that was very good positioning coming in from Renegade, just knowing where Irad is, and they checked him immediately, him unable to find his soft spot, his comfortable spot in this Lord fight.
And the thing is, they don't even have to care about the opposite side of the map. They still have a tower in the bottom lane,
which is open, which, is still ready for the next game. Just give it a little heal.
Oh, Renegade, he gets caught out here. He does have the immortality, but a winner crown from the Dahi. He does go down, however, but it does put RSG in a very weird spot. Aqua falls down, and Arora, they want to go for the chase. Moskov is in the middle lane. He looks for the objectives. He looks for the Roger, but RSG, again, with the discipline.
Yeah, they're going to stop. Yeah, they're going to stop right there. They're going to back off just like what you said, but they're not going to be able to do this and get this in.
Rushing the Lord, he gets it. Mirad was not able to steal it, but
Edward!
And Edward once again starts the job here for Arora, and Doming gets the free hits on Nats. They have the Lord here, 2 members are going to be up for, I mean, 3 RSG members are going to be up for the Lord defense.
Yeah, it's going to be Nats, Kusei, and Aqua. A lot of wave clear potential here coming from the Arora to hopefully get them back in this game. But this is 11k gold lead that they have to chase. The Lord obviously marching onto the bottom side, knowing that the inhibitor is already down for the side of the Raiders. There's just minimal damage that is needed to bring that middle turret down. That's exactly what they're going to do. Next up is the top lane. How can RSG maintain this? Will they be able to? Not a lot, or no one has reached 10k gold. Meanwhile, Rora is incredibly rich right now.
Edward is looking for a final slash angle here. Doesn't get anybody. And Nuts with the flicker. Penalty zone. Winter Crowns go inside of Rora and RSG. But Renegade goes down as well. And Edward has been taken out by the Edith. Nuts has done it for RSG, but Doming is doing it for Arora. They are able to clear out some of the minions here, but the Lord is alive! And so are the chances of Arora to take the sweep here as they win game number 1.